Welcome to the Middle Ages, a world filled with superstition and fear. Forget science or logic back then, strange, everyday things could get you labelled as a witch. Villagers were always on the lookout for signs of the devil. A birthmark, a sneeze, or even just being left-handed could land you in serious trouble. People truly believed the devil was hiding behind ordinary habits. And once suspicion fell on you, escaping a witch trial was almost impossible. In this video, we'll count down 10 bizarre reasons someone might accuse you of witchcraft. Each reason is stranger than the last, and all are rooted in medieval fears. Let's dive into 10 reasons you'd be called a witch in the Middle Ages. Number 9. Birthmarks were once called the devil's mark. In the Middle Ages, people believed the devil personally branded you. A simple spot on your skin could mean you were on Team Evil. Witch hunters inspected every strange freckle or scar with suspicion. They believed these marks were numbed by dark magic. To prove it, hunters jabbed them with sharp needles. If you didn't scream, they said you were clearly a witch. If you did scream, they claimed you were faking it. Some hunters even used retractable needles to trick suspects. Either way, the accused could never win. Ordinary birthmarks turned into deadly evidence against innocent people. Just one unlucky spot on your back might decide your fate at a witch trial. Number 8. Sleepwalking. Wandering at night with eyes closed was once seen as witchcraft. In the Middle Ages, people explained strange behavior with superstition, not science. A villager walking through the streets at midnight looked terrifying to neighbors. Eyes closed, arms stiff, mumbling random words. This was proof of dealing with the devil. They didn't say, "Oh, it's a sleep disorder." They said, "He's chatting with demons." If you muttered even a few words in your sleep, it was twisted into evidence of spellcasting. Imagine whispering nonsense while dreaming and the next day a neighbor's cow gets sick. People quickly connected your sleep mumbling with causing the misfortune. So instead of getting medical help, you were accused of summoning dark powers. Even harmless sleepwalking could turn into a full witch trial in a paranoid village. One moment you're tucked in bed dreaming of bread and stew, the next you're branded evil. For many unlucky people, sleepwalking wasn't just strange, it was a direct path to punishment. Number 7. Whistling. In the Middle Ages, certain tunes were believed to hold magical power. People thought whistling could summon strong winds or spoil food like milk and cheese. Imagine villagers blaming you because a simple jingle turned into bad luck for someone's roof. Whistling in the wrong place was even more suspicious than the tune itself. Near a big old tree, they said you were calling a secret meeting with witches. Near a graveyard, clearly you were trying to wake the dead. Inside a church, that was an unforgivable insult to God. Some even believed whistling could communicate with animals. If a cow suddenly turned its head toward you, people swore you were casting spells. So a harmless whistle on a walk could be twisted into proof of witchcraft. Many unlucky souls found themselves accused simply because they whistled at the wrong time. In a world ruled by superstition, even music from your lips could endanger your life. Number 6. Left-handedness. In the Middle Ages, being left-handed was seen as a dangerous sign. Most people were right-handed, so anyone using their left hand stood out immediately. People believed the devil himself was left-handed, and so were his followers. If you were left-handed, villagers thought you had been marked by evil. In court, your testimony could be dismissed simply because you wrote or gestured with the wrong hand. Even speaking the truth didn't matter. Judges saw your words as the devil's lies. Children who showed left-handed tendencies were sometimes forced to switch to their right hand. Teachers and parents believed this could save them from falling into witchcraft. Everyday actions like eating, writing, or blessing with the left hand were treated as suspicious. Neighbors whispered that you were cursed or practicing black magic. All this fear came from superstition, not science, but it ruined countless lives. Today, being left-handed only means smudged ink or awkward scissors, not an accusation of witchcraft. Number 5. Yawning. In the Middle Ages, people thought yawning opened the door for demons. When you opened your mouth wide, villagers believed your soul could slip out. If your soul left, an evil spirit might sneak in and take its place. This fear grew stronger during the bubonic plague, when yawning was a common symptom. Folks connected excessive yawning with death and the Grim Reaper's hand. To protect themselves, people made the sign of the cross whenever they yawned. The gesture was seen as a lock to keep demons from entering. If you forgot to do this, neighbors might whisper you were already marked by evil. Even babies weren't safe. Adults had to cross their mouths when they yawned. A simple yawn without the ritual could be taken as proof of witchcraft. Instead of science, superstition ruled, and yawning became a dangerous act. Today we just yawn from tiredness, but back then it could ruin your life. Number 4. Owning cats. In the Middle Ages, cats were seen as dangerous companions. People believed cats, especially black ones, were tied to the devil. Their glowing eyes at night and mysterious behavior made villagers uneasy. If your neighbor saw you feeding or holding cats, they might accuse you of witchcraft. Cats' nocturnal habits were linked with demons and the supernatural. Every purr was imagined as a secret spell being whispered. Every meow could be seen as a coded message to the underworld. Owning multiple cats was like carrying proof that you were raising an army of demonic pets. Ironically, cats actually helped keep rats away and lowered the risk of plague. But superstition blinded people and their logic was ignored. Instead of protecting homes, cats became a symbol of evil magic. A villager with cats could easily end up accused, shamed, or worse. Number 3. Cat sneezes near you in the Middle Ages. People thought sneezing cats were a dark omen. Cats were already seen as companions of the devil. If a cat sneezed near you, villagers believed it was sending you a secret message. That message was thought to be a direct link to demonic forces. People assumed you must have some special connection with the cat. And since cats were friends of the devil, that made you a witch by association. A simple sneeze from an animal could put your reputation and safety at risk. Neighbors would gossip and say you were in league with dark powers. Even innocent moments with cats were twisted into evidence of witchcraft. A sneeze could turn into a death sentence in a world ruled by superstition. Number 2. Brewing beer in the Middle Ages. Women who brewed beer risked being accused of witchcraft. Brewing beer was mostly women's work, common in many villages. A woman with especially tasty beer became the talk of the town. Instead of praising her skill, neighbors whispered about spells and magic. People believed she was chanting incantations over the brewing pot. Jealous rivals spread rumors to explain why her beer was always better. Brewing tools looked suspiciously similar to witch symbols. The large cauldron for boiling grain resembled a witch's potion pot. The long stirring stick could easily be imagined as a broomstick. Cats often lingered near the brewing space to keep away mice. Villagers connected these cats with the devil and dark forces. Over time, these innocent brewing scenes shaped the witch stereotype we still picture today. The craft of brewing beer was transformed into supposed evidence of serving evil. Number 1. Being too good at making cheese in the Middle Ages. Even excellent cheese could get you accused of witchcraft. Imagine you live in a small medieval village where everyone makes cheese. Most villagers struggle. Some cheese turns hard as bricks, others taste sour. But your cheese is always creamy, delicious, and perfect every time. Instead of celebrating your skill, neighbors start whispering dark rumors. They wonder if you're using spells to enchant your cheese. Some believe you are stealing the goodness from their cheese and adding it to yours. People had no idea about bacteria, temperature, or fermentation back then, so they explained success through witchcraft instead of science. Soon, jealousy and fear grew stronger than admiration. Perfect cheese became evidence that you were meddling with the devil's power. Something as simple as making better food turned into a reason to face accusations of witchcraft. That wraps up our journey through the strange world of medieval witch superstitions. From birthmarks to cheese making, almost anything could be twisted into evidence of witchcraft. These fears weren't really about witches, they were about fear, ignorance, and control. Ordinary people suffered because of stories they couldn't defend against. Today, these beliefs seem silly, but back then, they meant life or death. It's a reminder of how dangerous superstition can be when it replaces reason, and how easy it is for fear to turn neighbors into enemies. Luckily, we now know better, or at least we should. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this dive into history's strangest fears, subscribe so you don't miss the next one.